Anne, and today's DIY is super cute and fun. We will be making some cute heart and oval shaped patches for the elbow and a fuzzy heart for the top. The elbow patch is such a classic trend that still carries on strong today, and I've always adored that grandpa look. I've also been seeing the big heart sweaters in stores a lot lately, and I thought it would be such a great idea to make myself one or for friends and family. So let's begin with this tutorial, shall we? Like always, we will start with materials. I prefer to use a woven material like a corduroy for durability. You can use any scrap fabric that's over 5 by 5 inches. Next, I have some fuzzy terry cloth type of fabric right here. It's super soft. I love this fabric, and it's great to have something with texture if you want to make a big heart on your shirt. It's just really fuzzy and cute. Next, you will need some fray prevention type of glue. This will prevent any loose threads from unraveling after you cut it. This is perfect for those type of fabrics that always fray and then you always have those loose threads hanging out. That's super annoying, so this is great to have around the home. Next on my list, a pair of scissors, a ruler, a Sharpie, or any marking tools, clothing pins, and of course some permanent fabric glue. To make the elbow patches, lay your fabric down with one layer over the second one. The right sides should face together and the wrong sides should be facing out. Next, measure and trace a square that's about 5 inches by 5 inches, then cut it out. Next, fold together those two pieces of fabric, just like the way I'm doing here, and then draw out half your preferred shape with a marker. I'm drawing half an oval here, and it's okay to mess up with your drawing just because this is the side where it's not going to show, so mess up all you want. But just be careful with Sharpie markers because they could tend to bleed through the other side, so it really all depends on what type of material you are using. Okay, so obviously you're going to have to cut out the shapes, and once those shapes are cut out, have the wrong sides facing up at you. And now it's time to use the fray glue to seal the edges together, and this will, prevent any threads from sticking out or getting loose. So when you're applying this, apply it around the edges and let the glue trickle down slowly. Try not to, and be careful not to let too much glue come out, otherwise it will get really hard and it can seep through to the other side, and it can also darken the edges. So just be very careful with this stuff. So do this for both patches and let it dry for 2 to 3 hours before you continue on. I'm pretty much doing the same thing here. This time I'm making a heart shape, but I know that I'm going to get this question for a fact, and can you do a tutorial on the heart? So here's just, a quick rundown of what I did for the heart. It's basically the same thing, it's just a different shape. Okay, so before gluing on your patches, try on your sweater first and place a pin 1 inch above your elbow. This will give you a place of reference to where you will need to glue on the patches later on. Okay, time to take out the fabric glue, and before you start gluing, I recommend putting a piece of cardboard into your sleeves right where the patches will go. By doing so, it will prevent any glue from seeping through to the other side. Okay, so now it's the very fun and messy part, and this is applying the glue onto the patch. Now go ahead and apply the glue evenly and throughout the patch, just like what I'm doing. I recommend that you use like a popsicle stick or something like that, where you could spread it out evenly onto the patch. Next, lay it down and slowly onto the sleeve. Now repeat this onto the other side, and I recommend letting the glue set for at least a day before wearing this out. And congratulations! That is pretty much it for the elbow patches. Okay, so for the big heart, the method's pretty much the same, very similar concept. I used a terry cloth material for this one, and this material is about 1/3 a yard wide. I basically folded the fabric together in half and just traced a big heart all around it. The center of my heart is about 10 inches long. Once you're happy with your shape, cut the heart out. Now, let me warn you, terry cloth naturally will fray a lot, so we will pretty much apply the same method with the fray glue to this one, except this time you're gonna spread a generous amount all around the edges of the heart and let it sit and dry for about 3 hours before doing anything else to it. Once it's dry, just pull out any extra loose threads before gluing on the heart. Now, just like with the patches, you will want to place something underneath the area that will be glued to prevent any seepage. Next, place pins as a guide to where you will place the heart. A ruler will help you center it if needed. And lastly, spread your fabric glue evenly and carefully on one side of the heart and place it down slowly on your shirt, just like what I'm doing here. Repeat onto the other side and take your time doing this and be very careful to not get glue all over your shirt or your patch, just because if you mess up, it's hard to clean, but if you do so, then clean it with a damp cloth. And that pretty much concludes our DIY today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. We are an independent family-owned YouTube channel, and we would appreciate your support with a thumbs up. You can also support us by sharing this video on Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Ciao!